By now, you've learned how to share a StudyMate project, such as using the Share option to send the URL to someone by email. This all works fine when you're sharing just a couple of StudyMate URLs. But if you're an instructor and want to make a number of StudyMate activities available to students, and you want to know which students are actually using the activities, there's a powerful way to do this with StudyMate Campus. First, identify the StudyMate project or an entire folder of StudyMate projects that you want to make available to your class. Then, from the menu at the right, select Make Available in Course. A green star appears next to the project or folder in your My Projects list to indicate that it's available to students in this course. And a link for that project or folder then appears at the top of the screen. When students access the online course, these same links will appear to them in the top section of their StudyMate tool. And when they select a link, they'll go straight to the StudyMate activities and games. Okay, you might be wondering why an instructor would use the Make Available in Course option instead of the Share option. There are a couple of reasons. First, this eliminates the need for instructors and students to keep track of the URLs and emails for shared projects. Instead, an instructor simply makes the StudyMate links available in the StudyMate tool. And then later, if the instructor wants to make those links unavailable in the course, they can do that too. Another limitation with sharing URLs is that there isn't a way to track which students actually use those games and activities. Visitors are anonymous when they go to a StudyMate URL directly. But when an instructor uses the Make Available in Course option, usage is tracked when students access the StudyMate links from within the learning system or using their mobile app. In terms of tracking student usage, instructors have an option on their menu named Student Usage. When selected, they can see which students used the learning games and self-assessments and which ones didn't. Instructors can also view aggregate data on StudyMate projects, such as the total number of times an activity was accessed or the number of followers of a project. But again, student usage is only tracked while the Make Available in Course option is used for a StudyMate project. Which leads to this final note. If a project or folder is made available in a course but is later made unavailable in the course, the usage data that was gathered while the project was available to students can still be viewed by the instructor. But if the instructor fully deletes a project or folder, student usage data will also be deleted. There's so much more you can do with StudyMate, so keep exploring.